I'm Akhila, class of 2016. I graduated from the University of Washington with a bachelor's in informatics, and right now I work at Microsoft as a software engineer.
Can you tell those of us who don't know what informatics means?
Informatics is kind of like a broad degree in and of itself. There are many tracks, for example, like cybersecurity, there is front-end development, and the track I picked specifically is data science. So I was really interested by statistics and math and the integration with tech. So basically, my focus is data science.
Very cool. And does that involve actual coding?
The work I do, yes, there's a decent amount of coding, which I do. So the work I do is I help to develop apps for internal use. So there's a decent amount of coding and front-end design and all of that.
Did you learn coding before you went to the university, or was that something that you picked up in university?
For the most part, it is something I picked up in college, but kind of my interest in tech, or I would say like in mathematics and science and all of that, started at school. I was always really interested in science and math, and so when I got to college, I thought I would pursue something in that general field, and I ended up in statistics and data science. In terms of teachers, probably Miss Noble. She was my first math teacher and like one of my favorites at Overlake. In terms of overall like mentor, I guess like middle school and high school combined, I would have to say Miss Moore. She was the librarian. So I was in a part of the Hoot Literary magazine when I was in middle school, and I helped Miss Moore a lot during high school. So the library and all of the librarians, but Miss Moore especially was one of the most like fundamental people in my life during that period, because they really helped me grow and also helped me discover one of my great loves, which is reading. Theater. So I did, I think, one big production. I was a part of Beauty and the Beast. I think I was in like the encore for a part of the play.
Right.
And I was really excited by that because when did that happen? I think I was in 6th grade at the time. And I was thrilled because Beauty and the Beast is like this whole Disney production. I was really excited. And like my friends were really excited. They all helped me like prepare and stuff. So that was like the first like big theater production I did. And then I took drama consistently, I'd say from like 5th all the way up to 12th grade. It's something I did a lot because that was another thing I was really interested by is drama. And it actually really helped me because when I got to college and now when I work, it's really helped me increase confidence in my public speaking skills. So that was really helpful for me. In high school, I think I did one play. I think it was called Nicholas Nickleby. I believe that was the name. But that was like one of the first times I had to have an accent. And it was great fun experimenting with all of that and the costumes and the makeup, and I had a great time. I work mostly as an engineer, but a part of my work is I do have to work with like business stakeholders and understand their arguments and their requests for what we need to improve for our apps. And based on that, I have to write reports on like, okay, here's what the app's gonna do, here's the outcome, here's how it'll impact your business. For things like that, I need to have like a strong hold on English to be able to explain my thoughts clearly. In addition to that, I feel like the rigorous training in English comes up even in the smallest of things. Like when you're writing an email, like you have to communicate effectively, even when you're like talking to your coworkers, because there was a lot of emphasis when I was at Overlake in high school on speech, like speech writing, practicing like your speaking skills. Like we had a whole unit in 9th grade. I think 10th through 12th grade we also had like mini units on presentations and all of that. So I think that in addition to English has been like very useful for me.
So let's get to one of your favorite subjects, or maybe your favorite subject, mathematics and science. Would you talk about teachers in that side of your high school experience who were influential, or helpful to you?
Yeah, so for math, definitely I would say like Rhonda. She was my Calc AB teacher, AP Calc.
Right.
She was really influential because like I knew I enjoyed math, but she was the first teacher who kind of like brought in real world applications, which I thought was really interesting. Like we did a unit on statistics, and she brought in examples of like, okay, you learn statistics. Here's how people use statistics in real life. Here are certain careers that people do and things like that. And we did calculus, and she's like, oh, physicists use calculus to do so and so. I found that really interesting because before that, math was just, okay, like understand the concept, do practice, take a test. And like, while that's interesting, I was always interested in every class, like, why are we learning this? Like, what is the application for this? And she was like one of the first teachers who kind of brought those two things together for me. If you develop the skills right, they do translate over like public speaking and like just diligence and time management, especially at a place like Microsoft, because you don't have a set schedule at all. You have deliverables, and they say, okay, you have to do this, and they're due by this date. But like, what you want to do between point A and point B is completely up to you, and no one is monitoring you. And so developing that good time management skill, I think is key for any career. I would say it's not just like a tech career thing.